Hey right guys, so this character tier list I'm filming just before I watched the premiere of Season 2. I did film it a couple of days ago, but the screen recorder crashed, so I lost the screen footage, and it's kind of weird me talking about it and there being no footage. So I'm going to redo it and edit it in at the end of Season 1, so you can get the character tier list there. But yeah, it's a whole ordeal, but let's get started. Alright, so here we go guys, this is all the characters from, I think most of the characters, like all the villains we've got here, obviously the mains, which we'll save until the end. I always kind of do like the main characters at the end of the tier list just because they're the most fun to do. So if I get to like Gwen here, for example, I just put it down over here and get through these characters. So the first villain, episode 1, I feel like she set a good kind of starting ground for villain. She was definitely one of the more creepier ones, I'd say, if not the creepiest villain they had in all of Season 1, this whole like looking in the mirror and she was really old and stuff. I really like that. So as a villain, not as a character, because a lot of these characters, they were one episode villains, so it's gonna be hard to say, oh, they were a great character, but I'm gonna say she was okay. You're okay, because she set a good standard for the show at the start, and I think they needed a creepy villain like that at the start of the show to really get you into it. This guy was the one with the poison chalice, and he was the one who was like, me, I've not poisoned you. Honestly, I don't care. I forgot about this guy until I did the tier list. So he was just a bit bland. He was one of the more. He wasn't even a villain. He was just a character for 5 seconds. So this kid from Sex Education, I'm gonna go meh. He might be in it later at some point because they left it kind of open ended with his story. But yeah, he didn't leave much of an impression. He was fine. Yeah, he was just a random kid dawdling around doing his little shenanigans, I guess. This guy was the soldier who had the snakes as a shield. He was okay. I won't say he was quite as bad as Peasant. For a villain, he wasn't that interesting, though. It was more the shields being snakes that was interesting. Actually, yeah, him as a character was awful, to be fair. It was only the shield that was interesting, like the snakes coming out of it. He wasn't anything. You just dawdle around like, I'm gonna kill man Arthur or whatever. Just, yeah, he was a bit trash. This guy would have been in Peasant because he really annoyed me, but honestly, his last scene kind of saved him. I liked his last scene when he was kind of, I guess spoilers, but when he was dying. I liked him. He kind of saved Merlin there at the end as well. So yeah, he still wasn't great, but he redeemed himself a little bit at the end, which I like. Gwen's dad, I was actually kind of surprised he died, but I'm gonna go. He was okay. He was okay. I liked him. He wasn't anything too special, and I wish they'd given him a bit more maybe before he died. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put him there. I'm gonna put him at the top of meh. He was fine. Again, he hasn't left that much of an impression. We'll just and Gwen didn't seem that bothered that he died. So I think that's Merlin's mom. I liked her. I'd say she was. Actually, I don't know. Would she be in like or meh again? Honestly, maybe meh. Probably above him though. Actually, no. I'll put her in like. She was nice for the 2 episodes she was in. Again, it's kind of hard because she was in such a short amount of time. But from what I did see, I would say that she was okay and I liked her. So we'll put her there. This is that guy who keeps all his books. I can tell him and Guy it's like going to the pub. But other than that, not much. So this was the villain who was, of course, in it for the majority of the time. I think she was in 4 separate episodes. If there was like one main villain of the show, it was definitely her. So I'm going to put her in okay. Actually, let me change this to like. I like these characters, to be fair. Yeah, she was a solid villain. I hope they do have. I'm going to assume they have better villains than her as time goes on. But for Season 1, I liked her. She was just kind of like a mage and did her stuff and got a lot of shenanigans going along. I didn't love her or anything like that, and I'm probably not going to remember her as we go further into the show. But for a Season 1 main villain, I guess Uther was kind of the main villain, if you really want to say that, but you know what I mean, she was good. I had to search this one up when I did the tier list the first time, but she's the girl who kind of seduced Arthur. She was kind of nah, did not leave an impression. Then you kind of have him, sorry, being alongside her, and he was probably even worse than her. Yeah, they just got blown up by Merlin basically, so I mean, fair play. We'll get rid of this guy. He was the guy who raided the village. He was, again, one of the better villains for sure, but nothing too major. I'd probably put him there. This was the guy who tried to kill Uther in the penultimate episode. Again, one of the more better villains, I'd say. I'd probably put him maybe there. Again, they're in one episode, so it's going to be harder to really connect to a character with that, especially if they're a villain, but he was okay. This guy was one of the more better villains as well. Like, I'm looking at him, like, this villain was trash. He wasn't even a villain. These two were actually garbage. Let me put these two down there. They were actually kind of garbage. You're probably worse than him. He was okay as a villain. He was okay as a villain. She was really good as a villain, and she was really good as a villain. He was probably one of the better ones. I'd probably put him. I put him there because I liked his kind of backstory with Gaius a little bit, and they tried to give him a bit more of a backstory than just being the villain. So I like that. This was the guy who was like the keeper of the unicorns, and he kind of dawdled on up and was like, "Me, you can't be doing that." I'd probably put him there. He's better than his character. He was cool. I liked his. Are they his eyebrows? Yeah, he had mad eyebrows. All right, we've got the mains now, the ones we all care about. They're all like the villains and the side characters. You know, you kind of have to mention them, but none of them are ever going to be on like this level. It's going to be hard to be there for sure. The dragon. I don't like the dragon. I don't think he's a peasant, but I'd probably put the dragon. Maybe I put him at the top of nah. I like the scenes. It's just a bit useless. I don't really see what the point in him is. All he does is like, Merlin, it's your destiny to do this. Wah. Maybe the dragon will get better as time goes on, but at the moment, season 1, not that interesting at all. Like, you could cut the dragon out, and I don't feel like it would make much of a difference. Like, obviously there will be some differences because it does help Merlin along his path, but in terms of like character-wise, it's just a bit dead. Lancelot, I like Lancelot. I'm going to put him at the top of like. I'm assuming he's going to come back in a future season, 2, 3, or well, we'll say season 2. I feel like 3 you might have left it a bit long for his character there, so you know you're not watching Game of Thrones. You don't need to wait that long for a character to come back. So they did a good setup, and I'm glad they introduced him in season 1 instead of say he is in season 2. Just bringing him up like, oh, here's Lancelot, by the way. They introduced him in season 1, and from what I saw, I actually liked his character. He's quite charming. He wanted to go redeem his honour and all that stuff, so I liked him. Gwen, she's either at the top of like or the first one in love. Not godly. I'll put her in love. She's definitely not godly, but she's just wholesome. I like her character. The only thing is she didn't seem that broken up about her dad dying, but I mean he's pretty boring, so I don't really blame her. So yeah, I think I need a bit more with her for sure to really get her up here, but yeah, I love her character. She's wholesome. Hopefully have a bit more of her in season 2 though. We'll go Gaius. I like Gaius. I'll put him at the top of like maybe. He's either here, below Gwen, or at the top of like. Ah, fuck it. Gaius is a meme, innit? He's a meme. He's got to be in the love pile. I find Gwen a bit of a better character, but I like his bond with Merlin. He does help out with, you know, most of the cases that goes on. I hope they give him a little bit more in season 2 for sure, but he has some wholesome scenes. He is funny. Yeah, I love Gaius. You can't have Merlin without Gaius. He's just a geezers. What we got? Morgana. We'll do Uther. Okay, like, Uther's one of those where I really like his character, even though I know he's a bit of a twat. Like, he's obviously a twat, and a lot of the stuff he does, I'm just like, you're an idiot, mate. This whole, like, oh, I hate magic. We'll see where that kind of goes, but I hate some of the stuff he does. But, as a character, every time he's on screen, I'm engaged into the scene. I think he's one of the better characters of the show for sure. So I'm going to put him, honestly, above Gaius. He's just maybe above Gwen, actually. I'm going to put him above Gwen. I love his scenes with Arthur. I love that he is a bit of a twat for sure, but I feel like that works for his character and there is development to be had there. So that's why I'm saying, like, she could technically be like, oh, the main villain, but he could also, but I feel like there's potential for him to grow because he does have really, you know, bonding scenes with Arthur as well and Gaius as well and even Morgana. So we'll see what happens in season 2 with him, but yeah, I love him. Morgana is godly. I love her character. She's great. She really kind of grew into being her own character in the second half more so than the first half for sure. But you know, I don't think we needed to focus too much on these four. It was mainly about these two in the first few episodes, and that's what it needed to be about. But yeah, I really love the character. Then, of course, we'll have Merlin up here as well. You know, it's not that I was unsure at the start, but I felt like, okay, Merlin, yeah, he seems like a good character. And then as time went on, you know, he just kind of formed these bonds with all the characters. He's got that cheesy charm about him, which I love. The actor plays him very well. You know, I like him. Hopefully, again, they can build on his characteristics a bit more in season 2, because at the moment he's just, you know, he has that comedic relief, but he needs to just stop using magic and doing the same thing over and over again. It's like, come on, mate. But I do love him. He's a great character. And then Arthur is, of course, my number one. Arthur was number one at probably like episode 3 or 4. He was just sick. I love him. He loves himself a lot, but you can tell he cares about the kingdom, which I like, unlike Uther. And his bonds with Uther's great. His bond with Gwen is great. With Merlin, with Morgana, not so much Gaius, but they don't really have a bond. But yeah, his bond with all these 4 characters mainly, I really like. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the characters. More so these 6, I feel, are the ones that matter, or maybe the dragon and Lancelot. We might see Merlin's mum again, I don't know, but these 2 we're not going to see ever again. These characters we're never going to see again, apart from maybe this kid and maybe him, I guess. And these characters we're never going to see apart from maybe this guy. So they're the characters that could change, we'll see. But everyone else is pretty much stuck there now because they're all dead. Yeah, season 1, very strong. I'm about to start season 2 now, but like I said, I'll probably... on Patreon, this will be up in the season 2 episode 1 video, but on YouTube, I'll try to edit it in for the finale of season 1. So yeah. Hey, right guys, Truth Much is Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 1 of Merlin season 2. We are starting the 2nd season out of 5, and I loved the first season. I gave it a 9 out of 10 overall. I had a lot of fun with it. There were definite flaws throughout, and I hope they can kind of get out some of those flaws in this season. Like, one of the main cast always being, I don't mind them being in trouble with, but when they're like brought to Gaius and they have to find a remedy, I feel like stuff like that's been done about 4 or 5 times now in this whole Arthur is about to die, which, yes, we're going to have moments in the show where Arthur's going to be in peril. I get that, but where it's the same kind of format as what they did in season 1. If we could break out of that a little bit, I think that'd be nice. But yeah, I'm expecting still kind of villain of the week kind of things, as long as it's building on the characters and building on that main story. I don't mind that so much. So yeah, episode 1, guys. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, and if you're new, remember to subscribe. Of course, if you want the early and uncut reactions to Merlin, then the link to the Patreon page will be down below, where there should be around 5 episodes ahead. But for now, let's do this. I'm glad they're still keeping this bit, because you know what it means. You know what we can do.
His name.
If they ever get rid of that, I'm gonna cry. I'll actually cry.
Yes, sir?
Are you deaf?
Yo, alright, Arthur.
I wish.
Stacked.
Honestly, go down there.
They're gonna open an ancient talisman and some shady shit's gonna go down. All that. Yeah, all that. Well, he's definitely a demon now. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh, God! Yo, that shut me up, really. Fucking hell. Yo, if I watched this as a kid, I would actually probably shit myself, like, literally. Like, poo would fly out of my arse into my nappy, or whatever I'm wearing. Yo! Gaius, you amateur!
What size would you say it was?
Oh, what's he from?
My word.
Game of Thrones, I think. It's in loads, but...
Here.
I think it's in Skins as well.
His servant.
Merlin.
Sorry.
Oh, and his ear. There you go. Oh my god, really, Merlin? Really? What? And Arthur's wounded after about 4 seconds.
You can give Merlin here a kick up the backside.
I won't wish to deprive you of the pleasure, sir.
Oh no, they're gonna be my best mates already. What are you doing, mate? You're gonna get killed. Where's Morgana and Gwen? What the fuck? God, is all they do is just hunt. I guess that's all you could do for fun back in the day. Oh, bounced off it! How hacky do you want to be, Merlin? First scene in, basically, and he's already used magic in front of about 20 different people there. Just classic.
Desire only one thing, sire.
Anything.
Position in the royal household.
Good. Consider it done.
Wow. That was so easy.
Guys, you have long been my ally in the war against sorcery. You, more than anyone, should not give in to these...
Here he goes. I won't listen to you, but then we'll all be on the verge of death, and then I'll be like, guys, please help me. What the fuck? Why is this so creepy?
I regret, sire, there is one thing I failed to do. Muck out your horses.
Well, there you go.
Off you go.
Wow. Wow, come on, Arthur.
I'll get Gwen to give you something strong.
Like a blow to the head.
What?
I'm sure she wants to.
What? Where'd you get that from? Marley from Glee?
I'm more than willing to take over his duties tonight.
Perhaps you're right.
No.
Shut up, Merlin.
Shut up, mate.
He's trying to get rid of me, and if you weren't such a clock pole, you'd see that.
What's that in your face?
Nothing.
Just literal shit. Arthur likes having his shirt off this ad, doesn't he? You idiot. To be fair, he did the grind. He did what needed to be done and he got what he wanted, so...
Oh, yes.
Alright, mate, stop jizzing your pants. And he's gonna fuck everyone over, watch. Oh, don't be an idiot. Oh my god. And you've done it. Well done. You're just stupid. Wow. I mean, you could sell that though. And now he's a raven. If that raven screeches one more time, I'm going to cancel the app.
Who had access to his chambers last night?
Well, there you go. Yeah. And we figured it out, thank God.
He tried to steal the jewel, but it wasn't a jewel. It was the soul of an ancient
Merlin, you gotta speak English to him or he's gonna laugh at you.
Merlin, have you been on the cider?
Listen,
You've been at the boozer.
You're going to shout anyway. Cedric?
Oh my god.
Will you
Oh,
escort
they're
me
really called
from the palace?
Cedric in.
Merlin,
I love Arthur's just watching him. He's so embarrassed for him.
you're too far this time, Merlin. You spend a few days cooling off in the cells.
In the cells? What kind of bro are you? Yo, statues can fuck off. Yo, he's actually dressed like Jon Snow. He's doing Jon Snow cosplay. Yeah, what are you gonna do, mate? Oh, he's actually turning the statues. Okay. That's why they're focused on the statues. Just see, you know, if you listen to Merlin and Gaius would be fine. Oh my god!
I don't know what this creature is, where it's come from.
Oh, where do you bloody fit? Whatever. They're made out of stone. How are you gonna kill them? It's made out of stone. What is your plan?
And it's still mine.
Oh, these two are actually gonna be a also, I mean, alright! Fair play, Arthur! Yo, those two are gonna be a thing. Gwen and Arthur. Yo, I kinda
Something to stop the bleeding.
don't hate it.
It's my duty to Camelot and to myself.
Go in. Yo, your son's braver than you, mate. And you're king.
There's only one alive who's old enough to give us the answers we need.
The dragon.
What do you mean?
The dragon.
The great dragon.
For fuck's sake. Every time. They're like, eh.
Thought I used to visit him.
Yes, Merlin, of course.
Oh, okay.
You're a creature of
They didn't know
nature
that.
just as
He went.
is.
I get why Merlin's sorry, because he's made him sacrifice his own mum almost. Here he is! The biggest bellend in the show. Yeah, waltzes on up. Every season I want to see if the CGI improves with the dragon. It's about the same with this season.
Walk in step with me.
What?
A promise
What's this from?
that one day you will free me.
And then he'll burn villagers and shit like that.
If I release you, what will you do?
That is not your concern.
Well, it is! Yeah, so this guy can just dish out spells whenever he wants.
Few men have ever been gifted such knowledge. Use it wisely.
He definitely won't.
I will.
I don't think Merlin ever uses spells wisely. Oh, that guy! Bless him! He looks so sad when he got grabbed.
Seal the doors!
Wow, they sealed Arthur out. Yo, Merlin's gonna do some OP spell. Are we ready for this? Oh my god! Shit, again, he's just using spell. I guess no one's around really, but... Fuck.
He does not deserve your loyalty. He treats you like a slave.
That's not true.
Mate, your hair looked better
He
before,
casts
so
you
pipe
aside
down.
without a moment's thought. It can. If you join me.
Of course, if you join me, what a classic.
Better to serve a good man than to rule with an evil one.
Oh, he didn't like that.
So be it.
He sniffed his own fart at that.
You will not join me. I will become you.
Go on then, mate, do it. Do it then. What is he jizzing for? So you came out with this little speech and now you've just spaffed your pants? Wow. What just happened? What just happened? Did Darth Vader come out of nowhere? I don't... Oh, he's leaving the body to go... Okay. Makes more sense now. They're fighting over the power of Merlin. God, that fucking raven. That's all it does. Go on, guys, dab or something. Do something cool. Evil Merlin. Oh my god. We have evil Merlin. Oh, you cheeky little shit. He's absolutely buzzing with his nose hairs. Yeah, let's lock that back away.
They prove beyond doubt that I was right.
What?
Magic is evil.
But you
It is our greatest threat.
But you don't listen.
There you go. It's not much, but you deserve something.
That's brutal. He saved Camelot so much and he still just wants to be hunted by the guy who owns it.
But on this occasion, I was actually right.
I mean, yeah.
Not exactly, no.
Ah, his pride.
No one to clean my armor.
Of course.
All that.
Yep.
Lazy bastard. Alright, there we go, guys. That is episode 1 of Merlin Season 2. Very good episode, actually. I like that. Again, there were some things in there I thought were a little bit silly, like the fact Uther still doesn't just take Gaius for his word at this point, or the fact Arthur was like, oh, Merlin, just go to your cells, even though all he was doing was being like, yo, don't trust Cedric. Cedric, who came into it in a day, and he'd already like weaseled his way into being, you know, the top servant for Arthur, which was a little bit ridiculous, but I know how to get the plot moving, and, you know, I had 40 minutes to get all of that in, so I get it. You know, they're not going to make this a two-parter just because they wanted to make it a bit more realistic in the fact that Arthur doesn't trust Merlin or whatever, so I didn't mind it. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, come on, you've seen Merlin save you, or, you know, help you in so many moments, and now you're just going to throw him to the cells because he disagreed with something that Cedric's done. But the plot I actually liked. It wasn't so creepy as I thought it was going to be. Like, from the first scene, I thought it was going to be really creepy with when he cut that guy who was dead and his eyes were red and stuff. And yeah, that was kind of creepy. But yeah, it wasn't that creepy. It was just statues flying around doing gargoyle stuff. So, I mean, fair play. I like that Merlin kind of went to the dragon and made a deal, because that's going to be something that will come up at some point in the show as well. Like, he promised to let him go at some point in the future. He didn't say a specific day. Like, it could be at any point. It could be in 100 years. But he did make the deal, and the dragon will definitely follow through with that. I wonder if the dragon's going to be evil. Like, he's going to say he does set him free, what if he then becomes a threat, whenever that might be. I'm assuming it won't be this season, but maybe 3 or 4 he'll set him free. Maybe it could be like the last episode, I don't know. But yeah, I enjoyed that, and Gwen and Arthur, I like it. Like I said, I don't love it just yet, but I like that they're planting the seeds, and I don't hate it, I'm not going to lie. It's kind of out of nowhere, but minus the last episode, like I said. But yeah, they kind of work a little bit. We'll wait and see. But yeah, rating for the episode, I'm gonna go an 8.2 out of 10. I think it's a very strong start to the season. Not quite as strong as the premiere of season 1, but that one, the villain of season 1 was so strong, and it was cool seeing you know, meeting the characters and stuff. Where this is just, it was more Merlin, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and thought the episode down below in the comments. And if you want the early and uncuts, then a link to the Patreon page will be down below. And I'll see you next time for episode 2. Until then, peace.